I'm nervous, but I mean, we'll work through it.
Action.
Okay, so my name is VA. It's the first song on the album. And actually, the song got started. I have another friend of mine. She's also an artist. And when I was telling her about the development of me coming out as an artist, she was like, man, you need something about you that comes out like really hard, like out the gate. So I didn't have the title of the track yet. I just kind of like just wrote something. And like the first bar of the song is I ain't your sweetie, so just come off that bullshit. And that actually stemmed from a lot of different things. I actually had a job where I had a boss and she referred to me as sweet. And for all intents and purposes, people think that that means something good. But to me, in the sense that she said it, it felt very condescending. Like, oh, little sweetie, and especially because it was a work setting. And I felt like of everything that I've done, even if, even some of the things that you may have not liked, to be belittled to sweetie rubbed me the wrong way. So I felt, and that was like significant for me throughout my life. Like, everyone was like, oh, sweet little Vanessa. Nice little good girl. And it's like, I'm tired of that sweet shit. Like, I'm over it. I needed to set the stage. Like, I'm not your sweetie. I'm a nice person. I'm cool. I'm easy to get along with. But that sweet shit, I'm done. I'm tired of being called sweet. So that was the start of My Name is VA. So then, as I kept writing the song, I kept thinking about, I also was reflecting back of when I actually started writing lyrics. And actually, a lot of people don't know this, but I actually started writing lyrics when I was a child, like when I was like 10, 11, 12 years old. And this part of me always existed, even though I never shared it with anyone. And I guess it was because I never shared it because of stigmas or this is how you're supposed to show up. And I just got to the point where it's like, I'm ready to share another version of me. I am, like I said, I'm a nice person. I'm a good person. I can fit into corporate settings, but I can also cuss like a sailor given the right situation. So I wanted to introduce everyone to a new version of me when I wrote My Name is VA. If you listen to My Name is VA, you will also realize there's a few metaphors in there that I think a lot of people aren't picking up on. I ain't your sweetie, so just come off the bullshit. Watch your mouth, cause I'm coming at you real quick. You got it twisted, must be stuck in that cold world. Them 150 bitches in the club must be your girl. So J. Cole actually has a song where he talks about that. So that's why I say you must be stuck in that cold world. 150 bitches must, that's actually a reference from a J. Cole song. I can't remember which song it is. Sorry, J. Cole. But that's where that came from. I ain't your sugar. All I got is this hot sauce. Take a seat, listen close now, cause I'm your boss. Compared to me, Bill Lumber, he ain't got a case. I'm taking over right now in this Office Space. So if you ever seen Office Space, you know that Bill Lumbergh is the boss, like the annoying boss in Office Space. So that's where that came from. Taking over right now is off. Just look at Yeah Once Man. He had to, we won't give him any credit right now. The song was written before everything happened, but just look at Yeah Once Man. He had the throne. He went and trip slip. Gee, look, the title's gone. He wasn't watching out, sir. I got the fire. Just hit rewind and go back through the wire. My name is. So I go back through the wire. My name is never a game I drop rhymes so insane. So if you ever seen The Wire, so Kanye did a song called Through the Wire, hence me singing it. But there was also an infamous show on HBO called The Wire. On The Wire show, there was a guy, his name was Marlo. And it was a scene in The Wire where, Marlo was like really content on like preserving like the brand and his legacy of his name and what he developed on the streets. He's like, my name is my name. So that was where that reference came from, like The Wire, you know, transitioning from the Kanye West reference and then making that into The Wire from HBO reference. So it was a lot of metaphors. I ain't gonna go through all of them right now, but that's where my name is VA came from. Even in the second verse, let me show you what I do, no voodoo, fall into his dreams, drip in and charm you, I can't do no harm. So come look in my eyes, get so mesmerized, still against you, there to give me. You just wanna love me because the queens we see, so fall down to your knees and give a fucking to me. So yeah, there was a reference there, but that's kind of complicated. It's from like a Rockefeller. Like the second, I'll just say this, the second verse has references to like old school like Rockefeller music, not Rock Nation, Rockefeller, like Dame Dash, like Beanie Siegel, stuff like that. So I wrote verse 1 first. So it was so funny because like when I first wrote the song, like I said, this other MC, I don't know if she want to be named, so I ain't gonna, you know, I don't want to put her on blast. But she was like, no, you got to come like hard, da 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 da. So I only did one verse first, and that one verse was done. In 2021, I did a birthday party. And for that birthday party, it was like, hey, I'm an artist, guys. Let me give you a showcase. And some people knew about it. A lot of people didn't know about it. It was kind of a surprise to a lot of people. And she's like, when you do this birthday showcase, you gotta like drop like 16 bars where you come hard. And I did this. So I specifically did it for that show, and I did it a cappella. So then after I wanted to hold on to it, I liked what I wrote. I wanted to keep it. So I reached out to my friend, his name is Richard. He's based out of Atlanta. He actually helped me with a lot of the music production on this project. And I was like, hey, this is what I'm working on. So he came up with the beat, and then I finished the second verse to the beat that he gave. And it's actually funny, because I remember when I first wrote the song, because like most of the music on my song doesn't really have like a trap flavor to it. Like this one has like a trap beat to it, and I was like, okay, let me do it, just, you know, let me play around with it, even though that's not really who I am. I like some references of it. And I remember one of my homeboys, his name is Benjamin, and he was like, yeah, let's do it. So at first when I was writing it, he was feeling it. He was like, oh, I love it. Then I recorded it, and so he wasn't feeling it anymore. So he's like, oh, is that the same song? I'm like, yeah, it's the same song. Then I dropped the album. And he's like, did you do something different to the song? I'm like, no, it's the same song, you know. So he liked it, didn't know he liked it. So that's My Name is VA.